In this video, I'm gonna do a quick 5 review of the books I have read but didn't have time to record the videos. It's gonna be really fast. The main point, and going to the next one, then maybe I'm gonna talk about more of it on later. So the first one is Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. This is the first book I have read in English, and it's really small. I did it in one sitting. It talks about how you learn and how you teach and some other important things, how to set the goal, but this is the most important one for me, at least, is how you learn and how you teach, because different people learn differently. And for myself, like, I don't learn by reading. Yes, I do a lot of reading, but that's not the main way I do learn. I either do it by visually or by actually doing it. So for example, like, you can tell me where I need to go and I'm not gonna remember anything, but if you give me like a map, I'm just gonna look at it once and it's done. Like, I will never forget. Like, dude, I got lost multiple times and then didn't have internet, and based on me being able to recall the map of me looking it like day or two or week ago, I was able to figure out. Like, I went to fucking New York and got lost, and then I literally ran out of battery, and I was in Brooklyn, and I had to catch like a train to then take a metro, then to go to JFK, then go home, and like, I got lost, and then I was like, well, there's no battery, what am I supposed to do now? And the thing is, I didn't know where exactly I need to go. I mean, I knew where I should be going, but I didn't know the name of the thing that I'm supposed to go. So I'm like, well, even if I find somebody, but fun fact, there was nobody over there, like in the whole city, like in that time, in that place, there was nobody. I'm like, it's fine, I'll just have to do it on my own. That's how you learn. That's the important thing. So this one, the second book I have read, this one got me a job, my second job, all thanks to this. Like, I literally followed the script and I got the job. So this is not how to get a job book, this is how to win friends and influence people. And probably this book inspired me. Well, this is one of the two things. Troy Nuremberg is one of the people who inspired me, and this is the second thing who inspired me to pursue the soft skills, reading body language, nonverbal communication, and other things. So this is one of those, like, this is like a must read. I read this book actually twice, and now I'm reading one of the Dale Carnegie books that has some of these chapters in it, and then if I have time, I'm gonna read this book one more time, because this book is so damn important. It talks about how to make friends, how to critique friends without them actually hating you, how to persuade them to get what you want, and bunch of other crazy cool ideas that you think are so simple they're not going to work, but they actually are, because I'm doing it myself. This one is my first business book. I actually have the second part of this. Well, actually, it's the second book, but it's the first part. I don't know what's going on, but like, this is how to build funnels. Of course, this page doesn't have the funnels on. Literally. Okay, so this one is called the value ladder. Then you take your customer through the value ladder. Basically, everything you need to know about making money online is over here. I love this book so much. I actually bought it as a birthday present for my best friend's birthday, and I gave it to her because she's in business management. I got the other book for myself. I read the book, I loved it, maybe even more than this one. I became a software user and a promoter for the software and for the book. That's how powerful it is. This is probably one of my favorite non-business book I have read. It's about managing the time and how to, get most of your day. I love this book so much. I give it to one of my favorite people, like the lady I said is the smartest person I know, as a gift, because she needs to learn how to manage time because she's so ambitious, has all those goals that she doesn't have time for herself. And basically this book says that you should focus on one thing. That's the name of the book, The One Thing by Gary Keller. And it says basically that you should be focusing only on one thing, and how you choose that one thing is ask yourself, what's the one thing that is so important, so big, so essential that if you complete that thing, all of the other things A become irrelevant or B become much easier. And the fifth book is this kid's book, All the Places You Will Go. So this book was a birthday present to me by one of my friends and co-workers called Sila, or as I call her, Force, because Sila means force in Serbian, and she actually likes that nickname, or at least she told me that. And this book should be read every single morning. That's how amazing it is. I probably read it 5 times or at least more. It basically gonna describe your whole life. It's like a fortune teller book. Like everything you're going through is in this book. Everything that's going to happen is on the next page. What's going to happen next year is on the page after that. Basically, it's okay, let me read you something about this. Like, I'm not the best reader, but you know what, like, I'll read this whole book for you. Like, I don't know, do you like this or not, but I'm gonna read the whole book for you. So, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down the street, look him over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoe full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. By the way, Sila read this for me and she read it much better than I did. I should have practiced this, but I didn't because this is on the spot, like no preparation for any of the videos. It's all coming from my brain. And you may not find any you will want to go down. In this case, of course, you will head straight out of town. It's so opener there in the wide open air. Out there, out there things can happen, and frequently they do, to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You will start happening too. All the places you will go. You will be on your way up. You will be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flights who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you will have the speed. You will pass whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Whenever you fly, you will be best of the best. Whenever you go, you will top all the rest. This is my favorite one in the whole book. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you too. You can get all hung up in a prickly prey. I don't know what's that. And your gang will fly on and you will be left in a lurch. You will come down from the lurch with a unpleasant bump, and the chances are that then that you will be in a slump, and where you're in the slump you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will find some You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they are dark. Places you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to stay in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple, it's not. I'm afraid you will find for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long widget roads at the breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across Swedish wild space, headed in fear towards a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everything is just waiting. So, by the way, 5 years ago, when I wanted to write my first book, it was about waiting and how people spend most of their time waiting for something. So I'm glad that some other smart person also noticed that. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jack, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearl, or a pair of pants, or a wing with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you escape all the waiting and staying. You will find the brightest place where boom bands are playing. With banner flip flapping, one more you will ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of a guy. All the places you will go, there is fun to be done, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical thing you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you will become famous as famous can be, with the whole wild world watching you on TV. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you will play lonely games too. Games you can win, games you will play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you will be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you will meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between here and yon, then that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go to the whether befall, on you will go through your enemy's sprawl, or on you will go through the Hacken crawl hall, Hacken cracks hole. Onward up many a frightening creek, through your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak, and on you will hike, and I know you will hike far and face up to your problems with whatever they are. You will get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You will get mixed up with many strange birds as you go, so be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left, and you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you will move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Ali Van Ellen O'Shea. You will off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you for watching, and I see you tomorrow.